With Alert Day coverage right now, this is Wave 3 News.
Right now on our Alert Day, we are taking a look at our network of cameras and live sources here this morning as we are watching rainfall. It's creating flash flooding right now and historic flood levels for the Ohio River in the next few days.
We got a lot of video already right there showing the damage been done in the area. We're going to have complete coverage right now of what's being affected.
And live pictures from multiple areas of flooding here this morning. Wave 3 News reporters Jobina Fortson, Kayla Van Meter out in the trouble spots. You can see there on the left, a car halfway underwater. We will talk to both of them coming up in just 1 minute.
Well, good morning to you here at 6:33 on your Friday. Alert Day coverage here. The floodgates are going up. It's a real mess out there. Please be careful if you're heading out this morning. Still dark, and you're going to run up on water where you did not think it would be. We
have two problems. We had the flash flooding this morning with the round of rain that is rolling through, and then we have the river flooding that will only be aggravated by what we're seeing this morning in the next several days.
Because you guys are so precise, we can plan for the river flooding.
Absolutely.
This stuff this morning, though, you can't plan for.
Yeah, and we do have some good news just in here at 6:30 this morning. That flash flood warning that was in effect for Clark and Floyd counties till 8:15. National Weather Service allowing that to be canceled. So that's some good news. We are seeing some improvements as we take a live look here at radar this morning.
Alert Day coverage right now. This is Wave 3 News.
Yeah, it's an alert day right now with several school closings and delays at the bottom of your screen. They're scrolling there, and what a mess we have outside.
Yeah, big mess. We're keeping a close eye on the roads here this morning. A lot of problems we're tracking here. A live look right now from our storm tracker. You can see emergency crews there on the scene. We have a lot of issues with power lines, accidents, and people just plain old stuck where they are this morning. We'll bring you complete team coverage right now of our alert day. We'll check in live with Kayla Van Meter. She is covering all over Kentucky. We have Jobina. She's in southern Indiana this morning. Full service here on Wave 3
Can I pick the scene that I want since we have 9? I'll just take our little patio. You want to go back there for breakfast when we get off the air? Okay.
A little coffee.
Not as much snow back there.
Let's check in with meteorologist Brian Good, kicking off our team coverage here on this alert day because, Brian, we have really heavy snow working through parts of Jefferson County right now.
Yeah, as you saw from the storm track, you saw the snow on the roadway, not just slush, but snow-covered roads we are talking about this morning.
With Alert Day coverage right now, this is Wave 3 News.
Alert Day coverage continues right now. Several school closings and delays right now. They're scrolling at the bottom of your screen.
Yeah, JCPS off school this morning. We're keeping an eye on the severe road conditions right now. We have a look at Live Drive and our SkyTrack cameras over Wave Country. Live look there at Spaghetti Junction this morning. Our team coverage continues right now. Kayla Van Meter and Jobina Fortson. They have live reports coming up in just a few minutes in Kentucky and also southern Indiana. But first, we need to check in with meteorologist Brian Good.
Look at Jobina. She looks like she's in Saskatchewan this morning out there, and that snow coming down. You were just out in it. It's really coming down.
Oh, it is beautiful out there. If you don't have to drive in it, it's a beautiful snow. But if you do have to drive, though, it's not so pretty. I get that. But right now, we are dealing with this moderate to heavy snowman. In fact, just got a report in of 7 inches of snow in DeBullock County, not far from Shepherdsville. So this band of snow, it has not moved much at all. I should point that out. Take a look at the animation I'm talking about here. You see that darker blue? It has been expanding at times, but it has barely moved compared to what we had earlier with the snow band.
Got to get back to the big story we've been following this morning here in Bullock County. The frantic search continuing right now for this missing little girl with special needs. It's 2-year-old Charlie Campbell, who has autism. She vanished from her grandma's home on Winding Hollow Road right here in Lebanon Junction, very hilly, rural area. Wave 3 News reporter Jobina Fortson is live for us this morning from the command center. She's going to tell us where the search stands right now. What's the latest, Jobina?
Marshall County High School active shooter. People down, one unresponsive.
A 15-year-old male student walked into the school with a pistol in his hand, immediately opened fire.
Chaos at a Kentucky high school. A teenage gunman opens fire as school is about to start. 2 have been killed. Another 3 are in critical condition. More than a dozen others hurt. This morning we're learning more about what happened and the possible suspect in this tragic situation. Our team is bringing you complete team coverage of this breaking story here this morning. Casey Cunningham live in Marshall County right now with what we know, and Kayla Van Meter has more on how local schools prepare for a tragic situation like this.
With breaking news happening now, this is Wave 3 News.
6:30. Wow, look at this. Breaking on Sunrise. A police officer killed during a pursuit in southern Indiana. Line of squad cars right here following the officer being taken away.
And just minutes before that, the officers were seen giving a salute as the body was loaded into the ambulance. Video right there. This happened around 11:30 last night near the intersection of State Road 3 and State Road 56 in Scottsburg.
Wave 3 News reporter Kayla Van Meter live on the scene this morning in Scott County. So you just received some more information about the officer.
With breaking news happening now, this is Wave 3 News.
Chaos inside and outside a Louisville Kroger. Families shopping when the sound of gunshots fills the store. We have the new body camera video showing police shooting and killing the suspect.
This happened at the Portland neighborhood Kroger near 35th and Bank about 6 o'clock last night. And tonight, we're bringing you every angle of this breaking news story. Connie Leonard is laying out new details about the fight that started the whole thing. Nick Pitt is hearing from neighbors on this situation.
Right now, though, Mike Fussell is laying out the updates from police just given to us in a news conference here this past hour. An armed man taking back his streets by stopping a potential thief from breaking into his car in the Portland neighborhood, and it's all caught on his home security system. Now he's calling on others in the neighborhood to follow his lead. Good evening, I'm John Bowl.
And I'm Shannon Kogan. Wave 3 News reporter Nick Pick talked to the man and shows us why he says he has had enough with crime in the neighborhood.
We have learned one person is dead after a massive explosion in Lincoln County, Kentucky. Dozens of viewers across multiple counties here in Wave Country waking up and taking these pictures, sending them to us here this morning. Look at the flames. Many saying they woke up to their homes shaking and the feeling of heat. Emergency crews say a ruptured gas line caused that explosion. The blast happened around 2 this morning in the Bowling Road area. That's in Junction City near US 127.
Election day is coming to an end in Wave Country. The polls are now closing, and our check of the results kicks off right now. Good evening. Welcome in. I'm John Bowl.
And I'm Shannon Kogan. We're bringing you complete election coverage tonight with the ballots now being totaled around Kentucky and Indiana.
We have team coverage continuing right now. In just a few minutes, we are checking in on the races you need to know about in Southern Indiana with Rachel Krause. And we're getting you to Mike Fussell tonight, who's breaking down the vote all across Wave Country.
But first tonight, we're getting you the latest from the Bevin and Bashir camps in the race for Kentucky governor. David Mattingly live at the C2 event venue in Louisville following Democratic candidate for governor, Attorney General Andy Bashir. We'll hear from David in just a minute.
Right now, though, Connie Leonard live at the Gold House in Louisville, where the governor, Matt Bevin, is waiting for results.
And I said, Lord, what in the world? And I looked, and I have leaves all in my house. I don't know if we got a roof or not. It's completely destruction out here.
Possible tornado caused widespread destruction in an Emerald Isle, North Carolina neighborhood. This is the newest destruction associated with the storm that killed at least 20 people in the Bahamas. Good evening. Welcome in. I'm John Bowl.
And I'm Shannon Kogan. Massive winds and flooding leaving hundreds of thousands without power right now. Chief Meteorologist Kevin Harnett tracking Dorian for us still, and this is now hitting the Carolinas.
Yeah, and a lot of our colleagues and sister stations across the coast are very busy. You can see from Southport where we have the flag just being ripped apart by those strong winds. Charleston, the camera bouncing around there. Tornado damage has been very real, and you can see this Jeep stuck in the sand and on the surf in Myrtle Beach. Well, the forecast is showing this storm is weakening just a bit, but it's going to take a little more time. Currently, right now in Myrtle Beach, you can see the wind speeds are sustained at 54 miles per hour. This will do some damage just on its own. Even the core of those winds, gusting to 125 miles per hour, are out to sea, still several miles offshore and not expected to even reach that intensity.
Okay, now look at this here right next to me. This is video we shot late this afternoon. Looks like spray paint, but it's toxic algae caking everything at the swim start of the Ironman triathlon this Sunday. Athletes from 49 states and 29 countries are supposed to start their 140-mile trek with a 2.4-mile swim. Right here, it goes up the inside of Towhead Island, then loops around and comes all the way back down here to the get-out point at Joe's Crab Shack. But there was a serious concern this year about whether the swim is going to be canceled. The state has issued an advisory recommending against any swimming here in this stuff because of the health effects.
Expect more right now. You're watching Wave 3 News.
Take a look, 16 games on display right now with some major upsets affecting the future matchups here for the Cats. Ahead, hear from UK after their opening round win and the bracket-busting loss for Arizona, meaning the Cats are going to play Buffalo. We have the full details ahead. Oh, it's a great time to be alive, isn't it, with all that going on? And that's not even a sports bar over there. Good morning. Welcome in. Raise your hand if you had Buffalo over Arizona.
Yeah,
Lauren
baby.
Jones had it.
And I had Loyola winning as well. I think
You
a few
did?
people, I did, yes.
All right, well,
and I'm going to lose from here on out.
So Lauren's doing weather today, so you better pay attention to what she says. She's on a streak here of accuracy.
I'm going to get 100% of this forecast right. In fact, U of L ladies playing today, wearing the red, busting that out, excited for them as well. We have a lot of basketball, a lot of stuff going on, and our forecast all over the place. We have 4 seasons.
We can't string 2 beautiful days together.
Nope.
Yesterday was so fantastic.
Bringing the bearer of bad news this morning, everybody.